So before I go ahead and get started with the top 10 favorite movies of 2017, I just want to show off my new logo that I have here for Awesome Joe's playback to back movie reviews. And it took me a lot of hard work to get this thing together, so I'm very proud of it. What did you guys think? It's such a great image, an excellent logo for my movie reviews. I just wanted to show that off to you guys, and I had such a big list of the type of movies that were really great for me in 2017. So I expanded it a little more and gave the from numbers 11 to 15 an honorable mention before having to reveal the top 10 favorite movies of 2017. So I'm going to share that with you guys right now. So starting off at number 15 is going to be Kong Skull Island, the second movie to this Warner Brothers Monster Clash universe, where you got Godzilla, now you got King Kong. It's a great movie. I had a lot of fun watching it in the theater. So I'm sorry that it didn't have to make it to my top 10 list, but it's a movie that did meet up to its expectations, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next, especially with Kong against Godzilla, a movie that's coming out very soon. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Number 14 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The first Guardians was awesome. The second one was a major downfall. It didn't really meet up to where it would be better than the first film. There's some really great aspects to the film that was really great. It really did have some emotional feels to the whole thing. But all in all, I really do feel like it's one of the lowest MCU movies within its universe. So it didn't meet up to my top 10, but number 14 seems a very suitable place because it is a good movie to watch, but it didn't really meet up to becoming a really great MCU film. At 13 is Get Out. I had no idea what type of movie I was watching when I was first watching this film. I heard a lot of great things about it, so I gave it a chance. I took the opportunity to watching this movie, and I absolutely loved it. It's in brilliant acting. It's a great story. I really do inspire for those who have not watched the movie Get Out yet to go ahead and go and watch it. And when you guys do, you can always leave a comment section in the bottom to have an awesome conversation regarding towards this movie, because it's a really great flick. But of course, like all the others, it didn't meet up to the top 10, but it's still a great movie to watch, especially within the year of 2017. At number 12 is Baby Driver. This was a really great movie to watch, and I heard a lot of great things about this movie also. And when I gave it the chance to go ahead and watch this movie, from the very beginning of the film to the very end was such an awesome movie. I had a lot of fun with it. The music that's within the movie that plays during the whole flick is such a great amount of music poured into this film. I had a lot of fun with it. And I really do think that it does fit very perfectly well at the number 12 spot. A lot of people are going to hate me for this one because at number 11 is Beauty and the Beast. Now, the animated movie was a great film, a very, very great movie. And I feel like Beauty and the Beast was a complete copy of that. It wasn't really its own movie, and it really took me out of the whole thing. It's still a watchable movie, but I don't think that it really does fit properly well within my top 10 list. So those are my honorable mentions. So let's go ahead and jump on to the one that we've been waiting for, the top 10 movies of 2017. So at number 10, I'm going to start off with Life. Now, just to point this out, that my top 10 list is not going to meet up to everybody's criteria, because everybody has their own different opinions on many different several movies. So this is my opinion based off of these top 10 movies of 2017 for me. It's not an official rating. It's just my ratings. All in general. So number 10 is Life. I had a great time with this. It's a perfect remake of Aliens, even though it's not a remake of Aliens, and it's a great prequel to the Venom movie. That's not a prequel to the Venom movie. And I love the ending to this film that it just got me so amped up and just really wish that there was more to the flick. But it ended so perfectly well and it got me satisfied with the whole entire film. So it was a great movie. I really do encourage you guys to go ahead and watch this movie. It was such a great film. Not most people enjoy this franchise, but I do very much. So at number 9, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. I had a lot of fun with the first movie, the second movie, and the third movie. The fourth movie was a complete bomb. I did not like that one at all whatsoever. So I gave this one a shot because I really do felt like I wanted to see if they were capable of having to reinvent the franchise with going along with the story still. And to me, I believe that they did perfectly well. It's a better film, better than the fourth, not the best Pirates movie, but it was a movie that kept me entertained and excited and amped up, and it's one of my favorites of 2017. I know it's probably not for you guys, but for me, I see that Pirates of the Caribbean is an epic adventure that I love to go on, that's on the silver screen, and it's just fun. I love seeing Johnny Depp. I love seeing all these new characters being introduced. There's several CGI villains that we got, and of course the after credit scenes that even get me even more excited for upcoming movies after this one. So that's for my number 9. Let's go on to the next one. Number 8 is Star Wars: The Last Jedi. This one, it's not my favorite Star Wars movie, but it's not even, it's a completely different Star Wars flick compared to all other Star Wars movies that we have today. And this one takes immediately right after The Force Awakens. And there's some really great scenes within the film that get you to want more. But I believe that this movie gives way too much. And there's a certain scene, a sequence within the middle of the film that really doesn't have any great significant importance to the storyline. So I believe that it just really took me out of the film. It didn't make me feel like I was living in the world of Star Wars. But it was still a great movie. I would love to watch it again and again and again. So, which is why it reaches up to my number 8 spot of the top 10 list. At number 7 is Thor Ragnarok. The first one was a great movie. The second movie was a little bit of a downfall. And so I felt like, from what we know, is that the Thor franchise was very much slipping away, and not many people were really caring for much for the character anymore, other than having him being an Avengers team member. Evidently, they came to the point to where they changed everything about Thor, the character himself, and the story, and moved everything into more of a comedic performances. And so the movie felt very different. It was a very different vibe. It really took me away from the other Thor movies, but it was such a great film. I love having to see the relationship between Thor and Hulk, and then a little bit of Doctor Strange in it. I love the villain Hela. She's so great, and we get some more Loki. So it's great, and I just had a lot of fun with this film. It was very funny. I would have really loved to see more of Thor films if there were ever to be after an MCU trilogy. At number 6, it's War for the Planet of the Apes. Loved Rise, I loved Dawn, and War was even better. This one is a little bit different. It's a little bit of Dawn in it, but there's not that much dialogue. You're really more in touch with the apes more than you are with the human characters, which is perfectly well done. Andy Serkis is a brilliant actor all in general, and it's a shame to say that he has not won any Oscars or Grammys towards his performances, because he is a brilliant actor, and I'm really rooting for the best for him, especially for a movie such as this one. So, roots up to Andy Serkis for being such a brilliant actor. This movie really does reach up to my number 6 spot on my top 10 list. We're going to dig a little deeper here and go with Spider-Man Homecoming at number 5. Michael Keaton's performances as the Vulture, terrifically well done. Tom Holland's Spider-Man, brilliant. Love Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark in this, being the mentor to Spider-Man. It's a great flick. It's really awesome. I really wish that I could have seen more of the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, but since they cut that off and introduced us to this Spider-Man within the MCU universe, I think it's very satisfying, which reaches up to my number 5. At number 4, we reached to the conclusion of Hugh Jackman's performances as Logan. At the number 4 spot, so this is Hugh Jackman's final performances as the Wolverine, and he did a brilliant job within this movie. I really was entertained by the whole movie. I am really fond to see Patrick Stewart in this as well, and we get some more introductions of some other characters that we're going to be seeing in some other future X-Men films, hopefully. So, especially with Daphne Keane playing X-23. So it was such a great movie. It's a great way to say goodbye to this brilliant character played by a brilliant actor. I wonder who's going to be playing Wolverine next, if whatever direction the X-Men universe is going to be headed through. The ending of one hero, the beginning of another, with Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman at my number 3 spot. And wow, was this movie such an awesome movie. I was really thinking I wasn't going to like this flick because it was a movie that was within the universe to where all of the other films were not meeting up to the potential of becoming a really great superhero film universe. So, but Wonder Woman really picked it up to becoming one of the best, not just the DCEU film, but a superhero flick of all time. So I'm very proud of this movie. It's a great movie, reaches up to my number 3 spot, but there are 2 others that meet it a little bit more for me. Now it's getting even better with It at my number 2 spot. I loved it. I'm not a huge fan of horror movies, but having to watch this one, I got really, really entertained by this. It was such an awesome movie, and I'm really so much excited to see what's going to happen in It Chapter 2 coming out in 2019, I believe. I thought it was going to come out this year, but 2019 is the year to where we're going to be seeing the adult versions of the children's characters within the first film. But the first film, amazing flick. It's so great. I can never get enough of having to watch it. It still scares the living life out of me, but still an awesome movie to watch. So last but not least, at my number 1 spot is Power Rangers. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Why Power Rangers? I think that Power Rangers is a movie that was the perfect superhero movie for me. It had all the qualities that a superhero film would have, what it would need, and not just being a superhero movie per se, but of also being just a really great movie to watch. Because I remember when the marketing for this film, the news about this movie, everything was excitement. When I went to go watch this movie before, I was excited. During the movie, I was excited. And at the ending of the movie, I was excited. I was satisfied. And this is the movie that really got me to those reactions more than all of these other movies that I've been reviewing within the whole entire year of 2017. So I enjoy Power Rangers. I'm really hoping that that the franchise can continue with some other movies. I really do hope to God, because I love these flicks. That's my number 1 spot for my top 10 movies of 2017. So, top 10 list. Great list that I had. A lot of great movies that came out in 2017, and even a lot of movies that were terrible in 2017. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what 2018 has in store for us. So far, there have been some really great flicks out there, like Black Panther, The Maze Runner Death Cure, and then there's just so many more. We got upcoming Infinity War, wow, and Deadpool 2, and just so many great more movies that are coming out. I'm so excited to watch and review with you guys. So I love the talk about movies, but more importantly, I love to talk about them with you guys. If you guys have any other different opinions, comments, complaints, concerns, you can always leave a comment in the section down below, and we'll have an awesome conversation regarding towards those reasons as to why you are getting in contact with me. So, and thank you guys so much for taking in the time of your day to watching my videos. It's such a huge inspiration for me to do this. You guys are so great. I enjoy and appreciate you guys doing what you guys do. So I'm Awesome Joe, and as always, stay awesome. Thanks guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.